Politics, money, religion, they divide us. Let's bring it back together with some K's right beside us. Stars shine bright, sucker, how you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. Mr. Deity, where you been? In my corner of the ring, fighting life, trying not to get counted out or throw in the towel. On the ropes, I'ma lean till my vision see clean, blood in my eye. This world is a bad dream. As long as money's king, I feel funny in my being. You can see it when I walk and you hear my shackles cling. IMAX, bigger picture, niggas still don't see a thing. It's 2014, still flag torching. Fucking inflation make it hard to cop groceries. So don't be surprised if someone running with that sorcery. Levitate your wallet, give me the loot. Chris Wallace, capitalizing. Democracy at its rawest. Sucker, you the trees, I'm the forest. I'm the earth, you a Taurus. I'm Black Jesus, you don't know who a Saw is. Hannibal Victorious, every bar is a battalion. Spirit of a panther with the Kevlar medallions. Politics, money, religion, they divide us. Let's bring it back together with some K's right beside us. Stars shine bright, sucker, how you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. Politics, money, religion, they divide us. Let's bring it back together with some K's right beside us. Stars shine bright, sucker, how you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. They still got our children pledging allegiance to flag that spill red and blue blood to white out history we had. No Django 8 years ago, took my chains off. Bore Mansour, Hotep, and took James off. 80% of prisons overpopulated with colored brothers. 30% of our children aborted by mothers. Most of the gun violence is a brother on another. Most of the work on the street, we sell to one another. What's the equation to these mathematics? When you control the minds and the economy, multiply the madness. The ghetto's an experiment created by your masters. We tried to change that shit, but they killed all the Panthers. Fred Hampton, bullet holes in a bloody mattress. This Liberation Patriot Act, terrorist action, sponsored by your local revolutionary rapper. I voted for assassination, you can cast my ballot. Politics, money, religion, they divide us. Let's bring it back together with some K's right beside us. Stars shine bright, sucker, how you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. Politics, money, religion, they divide us. Let's bring it back together with some K's right beside us. Stars shine bright, sucker, how you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. Politics, money, religion, they divide us. Let's bring it back together with some K's right beside us. Stars shine bright, sucker, how you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. Politics, money, religion, they divide us. Let's bring it back together with some K's right beside us. Stars shine bright, sucker, how you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. They divide us. K's right beside us. How you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us. They divide us. K's right beside us. How you gon' hide us? Higher than planes in Malaysia, can't fly us.
Mr. Daddy.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. Check 1 2. There we go. Oh man, we about to get this thing started. Family having problems with the mic. Oh man. It's about to go down. It's about to go down at the Journey. Shouts out to the young men and young warriors. The young warriors. Let's take the man off. Let's see the young warriors out there. Shouts out. Shouts out. Class still in session. We got to keep building, family. That's right. These are the times. The appears that the whole world is changing. I hope that you don't get left behind. Tribe up. Shouts out. Spreaker family, shouts out to the Instagram family, shouts out to the Facebook family, shouts out to the YouTube family, shouts out to the Twitch family, shouts out to the D-Live family. Army Journey is on tonight. Man, what we say? What was that title we put up there? Set yourself on fire and the world will stop to watch. Young men for war, old men for counsel. A lot of y'all in my peer group, where you at? Where you stand? Where you stand? We're gonna be looking at a lot of different things tonight. It's tribal quotes tonight. We're about to get it. Oh man. Yeah, we about to get it. We're gonna talk about it tonight. And I'm telling you, family, these proverbs line up. These folk tales line up. And it's crazy because, like I said, I just go in order, man. And the universe is starting to shape to the vibrations we send out. The world is changing. Are you ready? Are you ready? Alright. I think they're ready. We're gonna let this ride on out. Right? Y'all see that list? Look at that long list, and it's getting longer every day. I can't wait to see your name on there. We got Loretta Burrows. What's up, Auntie? We got the marvelous Mama Margarita. We got the Kelsey family. We got Elder Tony and Aziza West. We got Elder Phil Hines. We got Elder Phyllis Hairston Ransom. We got Charles Campbell. We got Kaiti Shechem in Ankh Majar. We got Elder Alona Edwards. We got Madonna Hill, Lisa Todd, Don McGougle, Charles Stevenson, Khalifa Judge, Angela Mateen, Yolanda Brooks, Larry F. Crow, by K. Ojo Sapphire Spirit, and the teacher herself, Dr. Janice Rowley family. Where your name at? Oh, you got it. You can't go to war without a war chest. You can't do it. Oh, you can't have a celebration without a chest. You can't do it. Everybody else is taking taxes from us, but we don't take taxes from ourselves. How you gonna have a nation or a community that don't tax itself? How you gonna fix the streets? How you gonna get rid of the abandoned houses? How you gonna make the politicians do what you need to do? Man, young man for war, old man for counsel. Set yourself on fire and the whole world will stop to watch. But here we go.
Women, but most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now in the civilization of the Greeks. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva.
Man. The
goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey.
Okay.
The woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her.
The warrior learns the way of
who's
value.
Represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek
young women
the woman who has
the book is written by young ladies, transforming ladies through cultural values. Learn more at LadyWarriorsOP.com. And if you want the hardback, we got it. Or the hard copy, not hardback. If you want the hard copy, we got it. We got the actual book. Oh man, this is a special report coming at you. Written by an elder that's been working in our community for over 75 years. Helping to organize our people and build institutions. We talking about a special report called 11 Steps. Considerations for empowering African-centered organizations by Elder Mariba Kelsey, the Baba of the Tawi village family. Come and glean from wisdom and had a discussion. It's more than just something to read, it's something to put into action. You want to change your life and change your community, change your mind. Get your copy at MaribaKelsey.com.
Ayimbobe is an acronym, Mind, Body, and Universal Balance Empowerment Institute. It is also Zulu. It means lion, of course. With that, we're working with resiliency. We're working with trauma-informed care. With all of the mind-body connections that we need to not only address so many of our ills, but also to heal from them. There's no one giant step that does it. It's a lot of little steps. Author unknown. How do you regulate? Yoga, meditation, and Bube. Mind, body, universal balance, empowerment. We're waiting for you. How do you regulate?
To have melanin embedded in our skin is a gift.
Giami Journey has a vision.
Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black? Too strong? Yeah.
Giami Journey is built to help others embrace their blackness. Learn self-mastery. Giami Journey helps teachers, youth,
We were born to be great.
as well as some of you old folks too. But family, we need your support to keep this going. We are asking for a $10 monthly subscription. A supportership, I guess. Please support us.
We were born to be great.
gnjmedia.support. Go to gnjmedia.support. All right, let's get it. It's time. All right, family, we won't even have the intro music because, hell, that was a long-ass introduction, man. We did commercials, we did music, we did it all, and it's time for us now to jump straight into these proverbs and get to building. All right, because, and I started the show with 2 separate proverbs. Set yourself on fire and the world will stop to watch. But what will they learn while you're burning? What are you going to teach them while you got their attention? All right? What will you teach them? There's a story about, I think it was a Buddhist monk or something in Vietnam or something like that, he couldn't get the attention for their cause. They couldn't get the attention. They were somewhere, and he sat in the middle of the street and set himself on fire. And guess what? The people gathered and watched him burn. But they didn't see him screaming and squealing in pain. They saw a warrior turning to ash. And this gesture may have changed the world. Right now, family, in our communities, we are on fire. And the world is stopping to watch. The question that I'm asking is, what are we teaching? What are we teaching? The whole world eyes are on us, and the question is, what are we teaching? And this ain't no moral bullshit where I'm about to be like, oh, they shouldn't be. Nah, I'm not about to get on into that. I'm just asking the question because we will be opening up the call-in lines, which I should have did before I came up. But I'm just interested in what you think the lesson that we are teaching. You know what I'm saying? Are we teaching people how to treat us? Are we? Call in line 614-556-4535. Once again, the call in number is 614-556-4535. Right? What are we teaching? What have we been teaching? Because some people are like, Brother Hatim, I can't watch those videos. I really can't watch those videos. So I'm not in the same mode as other people are because I have read about it. I haven't sat there and watched it. You know what I'm saying? The closest I came to watching it was I turned on the show and they said, run, take one. And you could hear in my mind, I'm playing what's going on. And that's as close as I want to get. Because I got to be able to step back and think. See, because while other people are reacting right now, we started our process over 20 years ago. I'm just letting y'all know. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear me talking about Tribe Up or I'm talking about Giami Tribe, please understand that that's an over 20-year process that we have been preparing for shit like this. It was shit like this that got us started. So at Giami Journey, we not shocked. Right? We're not shocked. We have already set ourselves on fire, family. I set myself on fire every morning, and I burn, and some of y'all stop to watch. And every now and then, I hook one of you in. All right? Every now and then. It's not a lot of people, but every now and then, I hook one of you in. Why? Because I'm bold enough to set myself on fire. Because I understand that's what catches attention. Right? So, we have to continue our lessons. We got to continue our conversations. And we got to continue getting the minds right. Because a warrior's body is just a target if it does not have the strategy, if it does not have the wisdom, if it does not have the insight. And my role at this point in time, right? Like I said, young men for war, old men for counsel. I did my battles, right? I did my battles. You know, and I gave some instructions today, gave some advice today. Old man for counsel. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that there's enough young people around that give me a call and be like, yo, what you think? You know? Well, I'm about to do this. What you think? Right? But then I get kind of frustrated when I get some of the young people that I know better, say shit like, where's the black leadership? You know, and I have to remind them, the fuck? What is you talking about? What in the fuck are you talking about? You grew up around black leadership. What is you talking about? You ain't want to follow it then. And if there was a black leader, I got to ask people the question, if there was a black leader, would you follow him or her? Because they out here. They out here. Some of them out in the streets. Some of them on the internet. Some of them sitting down penning their books. Some of them you talk to at your job. Some of them you walk right by and won't even pay attention to. Some of them you walk away and be like, oh, there you go with that black shit. You know, you can set yourself on fire. Everybody's not going to stop, but enough will stop. And they'll feel the heat from you, and they'll see the inspiration. And depending on how you burn, right? If you burn screaming and crying and whining and moaning, they expected that. But if you just sit there and burn, you're going to get some of their attention. And they're going to wonder, how in the hell is he doing that? How is it possible to sit there and do that? How can I get to a place like that? That's what we do. That's what we do. You know, because, you know, some of my babies out there, right? Some of our babies out there, some of the ones that's been sitting at our feet. Some of them that's been sitting around the table. Some of them that's been listening and engaging, and some of them that's been acting like they didn't listen all this time. We at the beginning of something, family. I can't even describe the feeling that I'm having, because I'm conflicted from wanting to scream out for joy or cry and sorrow. We in a very special place right now. And I feel oh so blessed to be right here with you. All right, but yo, let's get it moving. Once again, the call lines are open, 614-556-4535. Shots out to Brother Kwame. He said, preach. What is a warrior? What is it can a warrior expect? Warriors can expect death. Some people just clicked off when they heard that shit. See, because Lee, please understand the philosophy, right? Gianni Journey 1, the very first question is, better yet, Cleveland, come here, sir. Come here. Come around here. Please, don't embarrass me. What is a warrior?
One who is experienced or involved in conflict.
Okay. A warrior is one who is experienced or involved in conflict. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. That's all I'm wanting.
That's all?
Why did you ask me?
What? Oh, you know it? Come here, Gina. What is a warrior?
One who's experienced and involved.
Come up to the mic and say, what is a warrior?
One who's experienced and involved with conflict.
Huh.
Why did you ask her?
Right? One who is experienced or involved in conflict.
You asked me?
So our babies come into this world as warriors.
Yep.
But they don't know it.
What?
Yeah, they don't know it.
What?
And the role of a warrior is that once you hit that battlefield, family, you got to abandon coming back. Because by you focusing and holding on to what you think you have, you become vulnerable to the enemy. Oh, see, this is why I'm talking. This is why young men for war old men for counsel. This ain't some sideline shit. This is from the front lines shit. When it goes down, you have to make a critical decision. Either you gonna handle your business or you gonna think about surviving. You can't do both. Both those things can't occupy the same space. So once you get involved with this shit, you have to be all the way in. This is why Brother Hatim is like, yo, I don't just jump into a lot of shit. A lot of people don't understand. Once you jump into the shit, because throughout my life, one of the things that I have always had, I had a heart for my enemy, regardless of who it was. And that will always cost me. Oh, Kwame said, bring him to the mic. I thought y'all heard him. I thought they heard him. They heard enough, Kwame. You know what I'm saying? They heard enough. Now, family, the issue that most people wrestle with, that we try to break through, is this thing called fear. But hold on. And it's so funny, Kwame, that you bring this up right here at this time. Because the first proverb we're going to cover was the last proverb from last week. All the passions, fear, envy, pride, greed, sloth, lust, and anger are opposed to consciousness, say the knowledge of. Don't we got a question like that? Yeah. What's the question?
What are the... I don't know.
You don't know? What are the 7?
Fear, envy, pride, greed, sloth, lust, and anger.
And they are what?
They're opposed to consciousness, and being conscious is the first step to greatness.
Oh, shit. Come over here and say that loud for the people. What's up, Yazin Yusul? Welcome. Cool. Say that again. What are the 7? What are the negative 7? The unbalanced 7, as we call them.
Fear, envy.
Come on, get on the mic, man.
Fear, envy, pride, greed, sloth, lust, and anger.
Huh. And they do what?
These passions are opposed to consciousness, and being conscious is the first step to greatness.
Fear. Fear is the mother of all of them. You ain't missed nothing, Quasi. The lines are open, 614-556-4535. Call and let us know what's popping off, because this is one of the warriors that was on the front line. You know, matter of fact, I should pull up his video right now. He up in the police officer's face. As I said, young men for war, old men for counsel. Because I was about to call your ass, too. I see that shit. I said, you know what I'm saying? I told him. I said, listen. I said, listen, brother. I was about to call you. I said, bruh, but I didn't want to take your focus. You know what I'm saying? But I was about to call you off, because I'm like, it's about to go down. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. It's about to go down. Right, family? So the call-in line number is 614-556-4535. Call the black line. So the first proverb, we are working on all the passions. Fear, envy, pride, greed, sloth, lust, and anger are opposed to consciousness, say the knowledge holders. And Gianni saying, we say consciousness is the first step towards greatness. You can't become great, sleep. You can't become great, sleep. Many of y'all in the slumber. But unfortunately, it took the sacrifice of a man's life for you to see and wake up to the reality. The cold water, or better yet, the hot blood of a sacrifice. You still down there?
Yeah, I mean, I am in Columbus at my Capitol building, standing in a legal place. I'm not in the middle of the street. I'm standing in a publicly funded building for the state house Capitol. The police are advancing. They're using Gestapo tactics. They're doing a sweep play. They have police north, east, south, and west, and they're advancing to try to reduce the space that people have. But we are on public property. We pay for this place. We don't have to go nowhere. If they fuck with us, we have a lawsuit. Oh, hey.
And they might be interrupting the signal. All right, so they might be interrupting the signal.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's breaking up though. They probably got some shit down there to kind of to stop the calls from getting out.
I'm using shitty headphones. Hold on.
I said that I am right now with people, and we are at the State House Capitol. We're standing on public property, and we're just observing. We're not protesting. People that I'm with aren't protesting. Yeah, some people are doing something crazy, but what we're doing is standing on public property. We pay for the State House. We pay tax. We fund the maintenance of the place. We fund the people who get paid in this building. This is our State House. So if they come and mess with us, then we have a lawsuit. I'm just standing here observing. I'm not agitating. I'm not doing anything. They're using Gestapo tactics. They have the main protest is happening at Broad and High. They have police about 100 to 300 yards away from the main area of protest on the north, east, south, and west side. We're boxed in. They have us boxed in, and they're steadily advancing. They're reducing the amount of area that people have.
Right, causing people to move in closer. And causing somebody to cause a reaction so that some shit can pop off. That's what it sounds like. You don't, no strategy, no military strategy. Well, let me put it this way. If you want somebody to fight, you box them in. So what you're saying is that you're in a pinch and they're going to force.
Look, they're moving. Look. They're moving. It's a screenplay. Look.
So there's no.
Do some wild shit.
So how many people down there with you?
There was 1,000 probably at the height. There probably is over 500 now. Hey, somebody throw a number. How many people I think about here?
Hey, Quasi, go to your camera and start streaming so that we could go on and start observing. And because I'm gonna watch. We're gonna have the people that's on with us right now watching.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can do it from Gianni.
No, you can just do it from you. You can do it. Do what's easier for you, and I will find it. If you put it up on yours, I will find it and I will stream it through Gianni, and it will be streaming on all the platforms that we have right now.
All right, I'm about to do it right now.
All right.
See.
So right now what we're going to do is we're going to go into our Facebook and we're going to start us a little family watch party. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start us a little family watch party so we can see the tactics that's being used against our young people down here. Let me go to my news screen, switch, boom, let's go on over. He should be streaming right about now. It should pop up on my, here we go, boom. No, that's 1 hour ago. So this was what happened an hour ago. Now I'm gonna find this other shit.
They about to make an announcement, and then they're gonna start whooping people's asses. That's what's about to happen. Instead of talking with people, they're gonna make an announcement and start whooping people's asses. See that thing on top of the car? They're going to make an announcement and they're going to start whooping people's asses. They're about to start whooping people's asses. I have a feeling we're not about to get justice right now.
So let's go. I'm going to get off of this right now and see if we can find this stream right now.
Asses. And they got people blocked in.
And there's going to be more of them. There's going to be more on Saturday.
We're looking for the live one.
They're about to make an announcement, and then they're going to start whooping people's asses. That's what's about to happen.
So they might be blocking the stream.
Instead of talking with people, they're going to make an announcement and start whooping people's asses.
get up out of there. Let's go to maybe he on somewhere else. If anybody out there you go. He live now. So let me refresh. Let me get out of here. And there we go right there. Come on. Move out the way. Move out the way. Come on. Oh, it disappeared. There we go. Let's go right here. Oh, it won't go down now. Look at that. Interesting. All right. I'm going to just get out of there like that. Do it like that. Thank God for the new computer. Now it's moving slow. So we need to go on and see this. I want y'all to go and check this out. Live. We got a little brother down here. So right now, I should have sent them the link because I could be talking to him at the same time. Well, we're going to get that together on G-Army Journey. And I'm going to make sure he turn the camera the other way next time. But I know it's easier to hold it like that. So he said that the police got him pinched in. And they're making announcements right now. This is in Columbus, Ohio, by the way. Like and share. Go to Quasi Lowe's page. Find his stuff. Uh-oh. Live video interrupted. Broadcast has been paused. It should resume shortly. All right, so let's go. So we're going to go back to the show until he call back in or we see another signal that he is back up live. So he got a call from somebody in the military. We know who it is. I ain't going to say who it is, but, you know, you got family. We got family all over the world. But anyway, let's get back to the discussion. Unless somebody else got something else they want to share and want me to show, by all means, I'll do that. By all means, I'll do that. But anyway, family, all the passions, fear, envy, pride, greed, sloth, lust, and anger are opposed to consciousness. Say the knowledge holders, family, listen. All these passions are opposed to consciousness, fear, which is the mother of all of them. Envy, pride, greed, sloth, lust, and anger. And in order for us to move to the next level, we got to get it. We got to bring balance, family. It ain't just a matter of getting rid of them because people would be lying if they say that when they get in certain situations that fear is not present. What separates the brave man from the coward is that the brave man learns to deal with his fear, and the coward is conquered by it. Go ahead. Somebody on the line, what's going on?
What's up? It's Shaka, man.
What's going on? What's going on in Cleveland?
Not much. I'm listening. What's going on in Cleveland right now? Let me tell you something. It's not as much overt mayhem. I say it like that, but I will say this. I went into a space, stepped into a gun store thing, and the owner of the gun store, and this is in the suburb of Mayfield Heights, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy is so concerned, man. He said, look, at the beginning of this month, we had 40 AR-15s. And now we don't have any, can't get any in. And what he's mostly concerned with is the fact that most of those AR-15 are sold to 18 to 21-year-olds. And so the story that's being, the narrative that he gave me is that these are urban youth whose initiation is to cop these AR-15s for the OGs.
and that's part of the initiation for being blessed in. And so, you know, the guy is terrified because, well, I mean, just because it's really a sign of what's to come, you know. Now, here's the other piece to that. Almost like cookie cutter story. What's happening is that a couple of days after these purchases are done, the youth are contacting the police and reporting
the gun stolen. That ain't new, nigga. Shit. I mean, that's not new. That's a very, very, very old tactic. Very old tactic. But hey, wow. you know, but you called in because what? You heard what?
No, I saw that you was on, and you know I'll be hit and miss because I'm you know I got a lot going on up here. You know on let me just tell you this. I have a crowdfunding campaign going on for what is called the Symbiotic Fellowship, and this is a part of the plan, Hatem, where you know I'm cultivating it so that you are one of the presenters amongst the Symbiotic Fellowship. All right. So that just went live today. All right. If you go on, you know what? If you go onto my page on Facebook, for anybody that's watching on Facebook, or you can go to iobi.org and look up Symbiotic Fellowship. IOB is IOBY. What does it stand for? In our backyard. All right, in our backyard. And so the piece is that if you know anyone in Cleveland right now who, through the crisis, is actually motivated to do something in their community to increase the quality of life in their neighborhood, well, there's a lot of grant opportunities going on now where you put your idea down, and within as soon as 10 days, you're approved for little microloans to go out and get the work done. So Symbiotic Fellowship is the component that I felt was most worthy of receiving some grant money. Now the piece is that IOB, on a national level right now, I don't know if they have an office in Columbus, but I would definitely, if you had anything that you're crowdfunding about today, I would definitely see if IOB is in your backyard, because what they're doing is matching the first $3,000, dollar for dollar, that you raise. So the actual campaign that I have for the Symbiotic Fellowship, and keep in mind, like I said, it just launched today. All right. The goal was about 8,000. All right. And over the past 3 hours, I've raised 2,000.
Well, that's good.
So, yeah. So I put and the thing is that I didn't want to do like a 30-day a 30-day crowd funding campaign, because everybody's doing it right now. And I feel like those who actually go to mine and read it, there's no gray. Either we down for each other, or we keeping each other down. And right now, if I can save lives, it will be through that campaign. So, like I said, I feel like those who've seen that work within me, or that vibration within me, it's not going to take them over 7 days to contribute if it's really, if that mission is in their heart as well. So I have this actually closing on Monday, because I'm that confident that those who believe will show, and that's the way it's going. So we got that going on. We got another thing that I'd like to bring down. Well, that's enough of that right now. I gotta pace. Right. I gotta bounce the ball back into your court in Columbus. Now I've seen some of the things going on. Charity was
I seen that one too.
She actually had.
Unless she did another one. I seen one when it was marching towards this building.
So some girl was getting her her eyes washed out because they had pepper sprayed.
So okay, yeah. Oh, so they on that shit down there right now. Quasi said they got them boxed in.
Yeah, but that was maybe like a couple of hours ago. It was still daylight when they pepper spraying. So
they don't know they priming these young. Listen, all right, but hey, that's bad leadership. Bad leadership. Just clear the roads. Let these young people do their thing because they had a right to protest. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I see many of them with masks, so they're not really violating anything. But but it is what it is. So
did you see the my bad? Did you see the footage of the cop trying to tackle one of the Jewish men? They were in the street marching for whatever reason
in Columbus.
And no, it wasn't in Columbus, but I sat there and watched like 5 minutes of this black guy just doing the commentary on it as he's watching how delicate this Jewish man is being handled, even though he is, truly not trying to follow what's going on. But he with his crew, he with his people, and they all like, hey, don't touch him. He's not resisting. No, he's still in the street. And when the officer pushed him onto the sidewalk, the dude is like, all right. So he goes around his other people and goes back out in the street like it's a joke. You know what I mean? And it's really important nowadays for us to take a step back and look at how the sentiment of entitlement. Go ahead.
No, I got people on Instagram, so let me go and keep on talking. I'm gonna silence my mic. Keep on.
Yeah. So
keep going.
Yeah. So it's very important for us to be able to realize, that entitlement really does play a part of the behavior that is really going to cause things to unfold a lot quicker, because more and more folks who and understand what is transforming right now in the hearts of those, especially the young folks, who are seeing more brutality today than the images that we can produce in any other time in our history, including slavery. All right? I mean, because it's not just a vicious cycle anymore. Hate is off the chain right now, and in somebody else's backyard. You understand? So we just have to move according.
All right. So let's move it on. So I read the first proverb, and it's about fear, envy, pride, greed, sloth, lust, and anger. And it says, we're waiting for Quasi to get back in touch with us. Like I said, if he don't call back in a couple of minutes, you know what I'm saying, we gonna put a call in to him. As a matter of fact, let me work on that while we're sitting here talking right now. Let me call him so we can make sure he all right. Boom, device. Oh, here we go. Our good participants. Invite others. Quasi.
Hi, Tim.
Yes.
AR-15 for non-military.
You said who?
I said an AR-15 for a commoner that is not military. Is it an overkill or is it justified?
Well, shit. Compared to what other people been getting, no, it's not. It's in the goddamn gun store. Anything in the gun store is not overkill. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real with you. Anything in the gun store is not overkill. I just want to be clear on that. If it's in the gun store, you know what I'm saying? If it's in the gun store, it's not overkill. So I just want to be very clear about that. Because if somebody else got it and we're living in a dangerous environment like this, you should have it too. You know what I'm saying? You should have it too. You know, and like I said, if it was 40, you can't tell me that all these young men came up about all these. He wasn't concerned about the white boys coming to buy the first 40 he had. He's concerned about the young black men that's coming to buy the 40 that's in the store now. You know, which is petty, because how many AR-15s has he sold out their store and never been concerned about it? How many 9mm? Yeah. How many? He's in a gun store. People come to a gun store to buy guns.
And here's the piece, man. To add to it, after the shootings, the shooting in Dayton or whatnot, now in Ohio, you know, he can't order any more AR-15s. After the shooting, Walmart pulled all of their ammo except for hunting rifles.
Yeah.
Right?
Because who got them? Who got hunting rifles?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I mean, family, we're moving into high gear. We're moving into high gear. You know what I'm saying? And we, like I said, it's coming to a point where people are starting to realize that freedom can't be given. Freedom has never been something that can be given from one person to another. Freedom is something that has to be taken. And people are slowly starting to see that shit, because you got to remember, people were promised after Obama a post-racial America, and many people have been living in this post-racial American dream for, even with all the shit that's been going on. You know what I'm saying? For the last 12 years, post-racial, and all of a sudden they find out race never left. It just took a nap. And now people are waking up. That consciousness, fear, envy, pride, greed, sloth, lust, and anger. People were, you know what I'm saying? We got caught up in that shit. But
you know what, Hacham? I mean,
go ahead.
I think that sometimes because of where we are in that equation, we don't see because let's look at the way that hate moves, man. Hate in the heart of somebody who 50 years ago used to hate black folk just for being black, right? That 50 years ago. Now they get older, and that hate just grows. And it grows in a broader spectrum. They don't just hate black folk no more. You know what I mean? They hate folks who they can relate to the same or how they identify with black folk, until sometimes they talking about their own cousin. And so the piece is, and the reason I say that is that when you look at the struggling class of America, it is about greed. It is about the money. It is about the power. At the end of the day, racism today, for those folk who hate because hate is in them, these racial flares is just a way to get us to clear the lane so that they can walk straight into the victory. It's a distraction, right? Because it's a distraction because most of us, when these types of things happen, are like, what do we do? How do we fall in line? Because that's never happened.
Call him back, ask him. Do he want me to sing? You still there, Shaka?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm sitting up here trying to manage. I had to have Cleve call Quasi and make sure y'all right. But anyway, but yeah, you know, I mean, it's like And we got to understand how the hate grew. Okay. How the hate grew. All right? Because I don't think we're really clear on that. Right? Because it's like rather than it's just growing in conversations around the dinner table, rather than it just growing in his heart, a lot of these people found ways to start taking over departments and taking over positions where they were able to manipulate certain things. And right now, what we're seeing it in full swing. As a matter of fact, what a lot of people might not even understand, we are looking at white supremacy in this death throw right now. Because right now you got a bunch of old white men trying to hold on to power that some of their sons don't even believe in that method or don't have the capabilities of maintaining it any longer. So before they leave, you know what I'm saying? Before they leave, they want to try to they're trying to do this final push because they finding some young idiots out there to put them in positions that they could never lose. But they don't know that that shit is even limited. Family, because we coming. Matter of fact, we ain't coming. We here. We here. You know, right now you talking to me from Cleveland. We got other people listening to us all over the country, and some of them might not even be on right now, but they check us out later, and our reach is growing. And the whole idea of tribing up, is spreading like wildfire, right? And a lot of people are doing it out of fear, and those that are doing it out of fear are eventually going to have to clash with those that's not doing it out of fear. We doing it because it's the right thing to do.
Well, and also it's now in our behavior. You understand? So when you behave a certain way, for other folks, that little difference might be subtle. But when you're in a group of those who all on it, I mean, remember back in the day, like, it was only a handful of elders that knew I made. Right? Mm-hmm. It was only, and when I say knew how to use it. Knew how to, you know what I mean? And the piece is that, like, right now you hear so many different stylists. You hear white folk in a classroom using it. You know what I mean? It's just funny to me because we can't necessarily say that that's some culture vulture stuff where they see you in the same classroom use it and bam, instant regard. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But you know, it's and especially in the classroom setting, man. I mean, can you imagine what this would be like if our kids had to go and see those folks that look like the cop who had his knee on it? You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, whoo! It was a good move, moving the educational responsibility back into the home environment for this right now. Hey, this is really closer to what it's supposed to be anyways. If we sitting around right now like, oh, I can't stand my kids, and you got to figure out some routine that's going to work out for you. Because if you can't stand them but you love them, you got to know how to protect them through this, or you don't. Right. Or you won't. You understand? Because the piece is that, you know, like we were saying last time, if you can't stand your kids being at home with you as much as they are, then go ahead. You know, I guarantee you, by the end of this, Hatim, the level of quarantine babies that come from consenting adults versus the ones with teenage pregnancies, the teenage pregnancy is probably going to outweigh the quarantine buddy babies. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. I mean, you saw kids. That was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Look at them now. Does it get worse or does it get better?
No comment, homie. But anyway, no comment.
I mean, they got these devices. These devices either can be weapons or
shackles. Or who? Tools, weapons, or shackles. I mean, I guess shackles could be tools too. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I mean, it is what it is, family. You know what I'm saying?
So, Tim,
go ahead.
If on today, people are listening to the voices that they trust.
Right.
For those who have drawn concern, for those who are a bit fearful right now, who are listening in.
Shouts out to Jihadi Johnny.
Hatim,
go ahead.
What do you, Hatim, recommend for the folks that are listening in right now? How should we respond?
How should we respond? Family, what we doing right now? What we've been doing for the last 4 years. See, we got to be ready. We should respond because, like, for example, we sitting here, we're not at the protest. You know what I'm saying? What are we preparing for those young people at the protest? Do we have some lessons for them? Do we have some conversation for them? You know what I'm saying? Do we have some young people out there at the protest? You know what I'm saying? Are you prepared to go out there and get them? Are you prepared to go out? See, the whole piece is not just how we respond. See, because I can't prepare to respond for this because we have been preparing for this for a very long time, and we have already been training our young people, and we have already been training ourselves, and we have been preparing ourselves for some shit like this. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not responding. I'm doing what I do. I don't have to.
Right.
I didn't have to have a show tonight because there was a burning desire for me to have a show. I did a show tonight because I have been regularly doing a show, and I'm going to have a show in the morning because I regularly do a goddamn show. So I'm not responding. I'm not responding to their actions. You understand what I'm saying? I am already proactive. Right. My thing is, let's spread the word. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody else out there. Like I said at the beginning of this, set yourself on fire. And the world will stop and watch. I've been on fire for a long time, burning slowly. And every now and then, somebody like yourself might stop and watch because you know what I'm doing. Somebody like Kwame might stop and watch. I get different people in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I just got a post talking about, our posts have reached over 5,000 different individuals in this month. That's up from 50 last year. So the point is, we are already doing. We have already been doing, and we're going to continue doing. And as the game elevates, so will our game elevate. But I'm not going to be like necessarily coaching motherfuckers who ain't been doing shit on what to do over the air. We have private sessions for that. We have dudes for that. We have, because right now at this point in time, we're gonna get a whole bunch of new people flooding into what we're doing, and we got to be careful about that because we don't know what they're coming for. If they're coming with fear, here, hold on, here you go. Let me read it, because a lot of people gonna be coming to us out of fear, envy, pride, greed, sloth, lust, and anger, and all of these are opposed to consciousness. I need somebody who has already been wrestling with this over the last year. This ain't the first time they heard something like this. You understand? Because that means that they have been involved in this. That means that they've been pouring libation with us, and they understand the importance of their ancestors. They understand the importance of our ancestors, especially during times like this. They understand the importance of tribe. This ain't some shit that I have to educate them with. I got other family members that could take time or might want to take time for them to do that right now. But right now, it's not that time. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that need words from me have not been listening to me. You understand?
Yeah.
I can't assure you anything if you need help now. When I was giving swimming lessons, you ain't want them. You in the middle of the ocean now, and it's only getting deeper. Good luck. Family, your daughter came up with the term tribe up. We've been talking tribe on this show now, we've been doing the Daily Toast. I've been doing the Daily Toast for 4 years now. I've been doing these shows for over 10. So there's nothing I could do to prepare you. There's nothing I could do to reassure you. You don't need to be reassured right now.
What's funny about that, man, is that was only after 30 days or within 30 days of our reunification, too. You know what I mean? So it's interesting, that she wrote the song Tribe Up. It's interesting how, the initial reaction was to draw closer, especially, and I'm glad you brought that up, Hatim, because even before this, a lot of young folks out there, constantly, I see the state of not belonging, and a lot of them was trying to find a refuge. A lot of them was trying to find that space where they fit. And now, when everybody's rattled, I think that they feel more connected. And I'm just saying because, in a sense, I feel that way. I feel more connected with folks because they're like, well, how you been doing this? How do you do this without?
Right.
And I think my superpower is doing the most with the least. I mean, man, Hatim, back in the day, we used to feed a whole house on just like whatever magically appeared on the counter. You know what I mean? Whatever came together that we could experiment and make something happen, man, that should be a whole TV show. That should be a whole cooking show. It's like what we went through. I remember when it was just bread and beans. But it's the best bread and beans we had that year.
Best bread and beans, man. Family, listen. And like I said, those experiences, we didn't shut it off from anybody. We opened it up even then. And that was 15. That's going on almost 20 years ago, Shaka. You understand what I'm saying?
Don't say that like I'm getting old. Hatim, hold on. Let me just warn you right quick.
I'm getting old.
I don't know if you really... No. That's because you getting old.
Yeah.
All right? I'm getting younger.
All right. Congratulations. All right. As my grandmother said,
I
wouldn't be a young person for all the money in the world. I never understood what my grandmother meant when she said that shit, but I understand it now. I wouldn't be young for all the money in the world right now. You know what I'm saying? So,
Let me tell
you
what I just did today, Hatim.
Go ahead.
I got 100-pound heavy bag and some 12-ounce gloves for Pharaoh. And I made a commitment to myself. I said, man, as much as I'm devising in my day to sit down and write these grants and to work with my son with his work so he can pass with his grades, and doing all that, I have to be real with myself. I'm doing a lot of sitting. And then when it comes to the activity, I don't have somebody calling me up like, yo, Shop, we about to do this PT. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We about to get this PT in. So I gotta initiate that for myself. And I've been thinking about this one challenge for about 30 days. And I feel like, Hatim, I think it's time to do it. And the whole thing is called I'm going to keep it 100. That's the name of the challenge. Keep it 100. You know what it is?
No. Go ahead.
Like, I'll do I'll go on live, and I'll do, let's say, 100 push-ups or 100 sit-ups, and then at the end, I'm gonna take a person or some persons and challenge them. And the challenge is
keep my name out your goddamn mouth. I already told Malik, yeah, keep it at 100. Don't you niggas call me. Because Malik already hit me with that damn 75, man. I'm like, oh, man, hell no, nah.
What?
Nah, dog, nah.
But look. But keep it 100. Like, all right, it's because it's more exponential than just challenging somebody to do some TT. It's like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do these 100, whatever I'm going to do. It could be 100 jumping jacks. But at the end of me doing those jumping jacks, I'm going to say to you, and this might be a private, in a private chat.
That won't work. You gotta do that shit publicly, or it ain't gonna work.
It's gotta be for everybody. Okay.
Yeah, everybody got to see that. Everybody got to see that.
Here's the piece. But what I'm gonna do, Hachim, is after I do my 100, I'm gonna say, all right, I'm challenging Hachim.
No, you ain't. No, you ain't.
It could be 100 anything.
Nah, dog. No. Y'all leave me up out of that. Y'all leave me up out y'all little personal self struggles and shit like that. I got my own shit I got to do. You got all those friends on Instagram. You a musician. You probably got a couple of thousand friends, and the first one to come out your mouth, nah, nigga. You go somewhere else. Find somebody else to go on the call on for keep it 100.
I'm using you as an example, then.
Don't even use me for example, because then that means you practicing. And I want to break the pattern right now. And you call Malik Willoughby and you tell him, leave me alone, okay?
All right, so look. This is what, for example, I will challenge a Malik Willoughby. And I say, you know what, man? I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Your discipline and your Bruce Lee-ness and your Michael Jackson-ness always got on my nerves because I was never there. I was never there to be so focused, to be able to discipline myself where people can actually see Michael when I dance. And people can actually see Bruce when I move. And I ain't going to even talk about lyrically. All I'm saying is keeping it 100. I think that Balance, a.k.a. Malik Willoughby, all right, is probably, a.k.a. Ab, could possibly be one of the hidden gems in Columbus that the whole world outside needs to see.
I agree with that.
But I'm just keeping it. I'm just keeping it 100, and I'm gonna keep it right there. See, it ain't always gonna be no complimentary stuff, but I'm gonna keep it 100 because that's how we grow.
That wasn't 100 though. With 100,
Why not?
You was honest, but with 100 jumping with the push-ups. Come on now.
I was practicing.
All right.
I was practicing. I did not do that yet. It was an example.
Oh, okay.
You said his name, and you told me not to use you. All right?
Yeah, I don't want y'all practicing on me. Don't even practice on me. Leave me alone. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. Leave me alone. I might just stay there and say, leave me alone 100 times. Leave me alone, 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 leave me alone. But go ahead.
I tell him this is one of the main reasons I want that to really catch on. Is because with all that's going on right now and all that keep us separated, y'all got to understand that the system that keeps us in this separation pattern part of that means that you got to take some liberties with a narrative to make somebody else that's close to you feel like the villain so that you can get your way. In a system, that happens every day. And so I'm saying that if you can just, we've been spending so much time by ourselves, right, or isolated within our own homes or whatnot. By this time, we should really be able to identify what part of conflict comes from you and not them. And when we are honest about that, when we 100 about it, is when we can grow and expand. You know what I mean? People I had to just cut off because they stopped at the understanding part. If you don't understand my past, then don't tell me what you think about nothing. Because you ain't going to go where I'm willing to go. You ain't going to sacrifice what I'm willing to sacrifice. So the piece is that, getting back to it, when you can go back 20 so years into a conflict that really was stimulated out of whatever BS, revisiting it right now to be able to squash it is only going to build stronger tribes. Because if somebody really, you can't stand on that level, on the flip side of that, that means that somewhere in life you must have had some awesome admiration or adoration about something that this person brought into your existence, that when it wasn't there, it stuck out like a sore thumb.
Hey man, what's going on here? I missed something. Who you talking about?
I'm just saying in general. You look at the conflicts that keep us apart, right?
Yeah, but we was talking about exercise, and then you got some super deep shit on me. Did I miss something?
I almost lost myself, but that's why I had to bring it back. But let me say something. All I'm saying, Tim, look, it ain't about black people, white people, whatever. It's about whatever caused you tension. Whatever causes us tension, which 99% of the time, that young stuff that we went through, it was just, it don't fit the times right now. You know what I mean? What fit the times right now is no matter who it is that's being attacked, we are all going through some shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tribing up is what allows us to be able to keep our immediate safe. But being able to fortify the tribes means that we might have to grandfather back into some older ties because they were stronger than what, you understand what I'm saying? So if it was just some childhood conflict or some high school conflict or some college conflict or some baby mama conflict, that's all old news right now. We talking about either living or not. We have to really up the ante on the type of compassion that we have for others based on our own survival. So I'm just saying that's how I would just place that. Fear.
Hold on. I got Jihadi Johnny on my timeline. He said, I sell weed illegally. Why would you announce that online, Jihadi Johnny? But go ahead. All right. So family, listen. We've been on here. Let me see how long we've been on. And we're gonna have to cover these same proverbs next week. We've been on 1 hour and 15 minutes. And I gotta go on and check on Quasi again. Make sure everything is all right. And then also check and do. I got to do a sun checkup because I got to see where some of my boys are right now, as well as some brother checkups. Cause I'm just thinking about it. It's might be, but we ain't out in the fields yet, family. We still got a little bit of time. But yo, once again, tribe up. Let me go on and so you got a week to deal with these. So we kind of looked at all the passions: fear, envy, pride, greed, sloth, lust, and anger are opposed to consciousness, set in knowledge holders. And we had Cleve kind of share with us how we do that in DiGyeTV Journey, because becoming conscious is the first step to greatness. You know, that's how we changed that. That came directly from this book. The number 2 for the day: blessed is the person that learns the law for the sake of the law, said the knowledge holders. And I really wanted to get into that piece, because blessed is the law, but where's the law coming from? What law are the ancestors talking about? What law is this book pronouncing?
Can we do this now? Wait.
Bro, I'm about to get up off here. I got a long day tomorrow because I got to do some numbers. I'm doing some little simple math stuff, but doing it over and over again could wear you out. And then I still got to get up and do the show, and I've been doing the show a little bit late, so I've been throwing some people's calendars, times off and stuff like that. Blessed are the persons who are their own discipline, said the knowledge holders. And blessed are those who know that gifts can bring chaos or peace, according to their use. Blessed is the person in whom freedom awakens consciousness, said the knowledge holders. And last but not least, for tonight, put wisdom to work and evil will flee you, said the knowledge holders. Respect the law. Respect for the law yields virtue. Disrespect yields limitation, the knowledge holders say. Now, I want to be very clear, because maybe in the morning, because I want to clarify what the ancestors, at least my understanding of what the ancestors mean about the law. About the law. Where is this law coming from? Who lays this law down? But yo, family, I'm about to go on and put myself to sleep. Well, no, I'm gonna check on my brothers first, and then, I might need to make some other arrangements, because this whole shit might. But I don't think I gotta check the news first. All right, so I'm getting texts and shit. So let me go and get off of here. And I will check in with you in the morning for the Daily Toast. And like I said, But family, y'all be safe. Once again, remember, tribe up. Tribe up. And I need to remind you that you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is DiGyeTV Journey Media. Of course, this is the Daily Toast. And of course, it's the Heart of a Simba production, where we strive. Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about DiGyeTV Journey. See some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. We'll make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about DiGyeTV Journey, and let's build together. Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now releasing our first free e-course.
Come and learn about Gianni's journey. See some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. We'll make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Gianni's journey. And let's build together.